Alright, we'll see if this is working. Hello, and welcome to Felicity's Hangar. I'm just going to do a short video on the cold and dark startup sequence. Completely cold and dark. So we're just going to go ahead and do this real quick. Let's see if I can turn this thing around here. So first thing I do is I come over to my simulator machine, PC1, and I'll just power that on. PC1, I leave it off when I'm not using it, since it is connected to the internet. When it's not in use, I'd rather just have it off to prevent anything from, getting in there that shouldn't be in there. So I'll fire up PC1. Next thing I'll do is I will come over here, grab my remote, and turn on the front display. Switch it over to computer. Alright. So, as she is booting up, we're going to go in here and go ahead and log into Windows. Alright, here we are. Booted up into Windows on PC1, which hosts X-Plane. I'm going to check my taskbar and make sure that there's nothing loaded in there that doesn't need to be. I pretty much stripped all of the loading components down to the bare minimums for smoother performance. So once it's booted up, I'll just go ahead and start my X-Plane. Hey, Flying with Mike, thanks for the raid there. Doing a quick cold and dark startup. Kind of explaining how it's done. Alright, I'm at my main screen, and I always load my default situation. Even if I'm going to another airport, I always load my default because I know what my fuel level is, I know where everything's positioned, I know the aircraft is cold and dark. So I'll load into my home airport environment, and then I will move from there. Alright, looks like we're almost loaded up. So the reality is, if I want to fly, it's every bit of 15 minutes from the time I power on PC number 1 until you know, until I'm ready to go. All right. So it's dark currently. We'll wind this back. My PC1 is fired up. We started up Windows. We loaded into X-Plane. We've got our front display on, and this is kind of where we're at currently. So once I'm in X-Plane, I will get out of Felicity, go over to PC2, okay, and then I will start my weather engine. Not flying currently, Rob. I am doing a video on the cold and dark startup sequence, but I do appreciate. So on PC2, first thing I'm going to do is activate my weather engine, Active Sky. Once Active Sky is loaded, then I will go ahead and start my trim wheel, my motorized trim wheel connection. So everything is run on the networked PC here. So we've got my weather engine and my trim wheel is booting up. Alright, so my trim wheel is booted up. Next thing I will do is I will open up XP Wide Client, and this is what essentially will connect the various components to the network, the X-Plane network. So Wide Client's open, and then I'll boot up Air Manager. Alright, Air Manager started, and then I will wait for Air Manager to establish connections with the Arduino boards. So I've got good connections there. And then lastly, I will start up MobileFlight, which runs my wet compass. And then we will go ahead and run MobileFlight. And as soon as I click run on MobileFlight, it pulls that information from XP Wide Client. So the Wide Client is what links my networked MobileFlight to X-Plane. So we got that going. We've got our MobileFlight running. We're good to go on PC2. I have found, and I will explain this real quick, I have found that there is a good pecking order in starting everything up. Since there's a bunch of Arduino components, for some reason, if I were to start MobileFlight before Air Manager, I'd lose Air Manager wouldn't find the Arduino boards because MobileFlight has already located them. So yeah, there is a startup sequence that I found is a smooth, working point there. So we're going back here to inside Felicity. And then while I'm here, I will go ahead and open my pilot client. Connect to VATSIM, which I'm not going to do right now because I'm not flying. Once I'm connected, I will hit F4, which enables my window warping. I'll hit my pre-selected view, and then I'm ready to fly. It's a process, but I think that's all I'm going to do for this one. Just going to be short, so hopefully that has answered some questions. Yeah. So thanks for watching. We'll see you guys later.